12 News at 10 starts now.
Well, good evening. We begin tonight with new details on the death of a 23-year-old woman whose body was found at a landfill in Surprise. Thanks for joining us tonight for 12 News at 10. I'm Mark Curtis.
And I'm Kariba Devine. Police launched an investigation, but to this day, no arrests have been made. Tonight, 12 News journalist Bianca Bono has obtained the medical examiner's report. And Bianca, what does this report say about what may have happened to this woman?
Well, the circumstances around 23-year-old Raquel Marie Morales' death are extremely suspicious. She had no clothes on. She had numerous injuries. But ultimately, the cause and manner of her death were ruled undetermined. The mystery continues after a 23-year-old Valley woman's body was found in a Surprise landfill back in April. Police say a landfill employee found Raquel Marie Morales' body on April 17th. And since then, investigators with the Surprise Police Department have tried to uncover how she got there and what happened to her. A newly released medical examiner's report revealing chilling new details about her condition. Morales was not wearing any clothes and had no drugs in her system. She had blunt force injuries to her head, a fractured jaw, multiple broken ribs, fractured arm and legs, and multiple skeletal fractures. But it's believed Morales' body was brought to the landfill from another location, and investigators think she was struck or moved by the bulldozer that was leveling the waste prior to her being found. Ultimately, the cause and manner of her death were ruled undetermined. A relative tells 12 News Morales had an intellectual disability, surviving a previous near-death experience in 2023 after she was allegedly taken to California by a man whose identity is unknown to family. She turned up in a hospital unconscious, which is how her family found her. Most recently, she was living with her cousin in the West Valley, who records show was her legally appointed guardian. She was last known to be alive on March 30th.
I think the thing that people shouldn't do when they hear something like undetermined is to not jump to conclusions.
12 News has previously spoken with forensic pathologist Dr. Rebecca Hsu about what it takes to deem a cause and manner of death undetermined. If new information turns up, that finding can change.
It truly means we don't know or we don't have enough information to really make a ruling. It might be natural, it might be accidental, it could be all of the above sort of things. Until we find out more, it's an all of the above, and let's just keep it open-ended.
And we reached out to the Surprise Police Department for an update on their investigation. We're told as of right now, there are no pending charges in this case. As you can imagine, Morales' family is desperate for answers. Live in studio tonight, Bianca Bono, 12 News.
Bianca, thanks. Developing tonight, a man and a young girl have been rushed to the hospital after being hit by a truck. According to police, they were riding their bikes near 24th Street and Thomas when they were hit. Thankfully, police say their injuries are not life-threatening. The driver of the truck did stay on the scene. Tonight, police are still investigating. Well, now to our weather impact forecast, and we have rain chances ahead this week.
Yeah, that sounds exciting. Meteorologist Lindsay Riley is here now with our weather impact forecast. So, Lindsay, what do we need to be prepared for?
Well, before we get to the rain chances, we have some triple digits in the forecast. Wednesday will be the hottest day of the week, another 100-degree day for the valley. And then after that is when the rain chances will begin to rise. And for the valley, that looks to be later Friday into Saturday, but rain showers will start as early as Thursday for parts of the high country. And this is where we can expect some of the heaviest rainfall across the state between Thursday and Sunday. Now, this does not mean it's going to rain all steady for 4 days straight, but we will have some periods of heavy rain from Phoenix up to Flag, including Prescott, the Rim Country, as well as the White Mountains. And this is going to be a good soaking rain. We do have flooding potential as well, even though there are no flood watches posted yet. That could change as the week wears on. Areas in purple here, that's over 1.5 inches of rain, so pretty widespread. And then blue is over 1/2 inch of rain. So a lot of the lower deserts expecting a good soaking rain. Right now, Hurricane Priscilla, which will bring impacts to our weather later in the week, is a Category 1 storm. It will begin to strengthen overnight, but by the time it brings impacts to our weather, it is no longer going to be a tropical, it's no longer going to be a tropical storm. storm. We're not expecting wind, only rain from this. We'll time out that rain as it pushes in, coming up in my full forecast. Mark?
Linz, thanks. Tonight, there are new details in a deadly hit-and-run crash on I-10 that left a 6-year-old girl dead and her younger sister seriously hurt.
The suspected driver was allegedly under the influence and had a blood alcohol concentration more than double the legal limit. 12 News journalist Gabriela Becerra is in studio with new information on the suspect and the victims. Gabby?
Well, Mark Kriebe, witnesses told detectives they saw the suspect speeding in and out of traffic lanes before hitting the victim's car. The driver didn't stop, and state troopers used ADOT cameras to track his car, finding him a short time later at a gas station off the Loop 202.
A suspected reckless driver is facing several felony charges after allegedly causing a crash that killed a 6-year-old girl and hospitalized her younger sister. According to court records, a driver identified as Taratsine Gotti struck the rear end of a car in the eastbound lanes of I-10 near 67th Avenue Sunday night, sending the car into the concrete median wall. Inside the car was a young family, including a 6-year-old girl who was killed on impact. Family identified her as Armaya and shared these photos with 12 News. A close friend described Armaya as smart, funny, and bright beyond her years. Her 4-year-old sister remains in the hospital with a serious brain injury. The suspected driver didn't stop. He was arrested 2 miles away at a gas station.
I'm so sorry. I just want to say.
According to court records, Gotti had a .219 blood alcohol concentration and tested positive for THC. He allegedly admitted to drinking beer and tequila at a party prior to the crash, telling detectives he was a 3 or 4 on a scale of 1 to 10 of intoxication. He reportedly said he left the scene of the crash because he was in shock and wanted to call his girlfriend.
And a GoFundMe page was created for the victim's family. We have a link to that fundraiser on 12news.com. In studio, Gabriela Becerra, 12 News.
All right, Gabby, thank you. The Kyrene School District has revised its school closure plan, and it appears now that 2 schools are no longer on the list to potentially be shut down. Kyrene del Norte and Kyrene de la Mirada are no longer parts of the district's closure plan. The district says that it was originally built to serve 20,000 students, but now only has 12,000 enrolled. For many parents, the updated plan brought a sense of relief.
I, for one, was losing a lot of sleep in this decision. We made it a conscious decision to live in this neighborhood, to live next to Murata.
Our whole community is so excited for the opportunity to keep our school open. It's an A-rated elementary school. Children are thriving there. We have such a dynamic, amazing community with the Dual Language Academy here.
So in December, the Kyrene Governing Board will decide which of the remaining schools will close. You can find more information about the latest proposal right now by heading over to 12news.com.
Well, 12 News is keeping you in the loop on what's going on in the West Valley. And right now, a massive new development is starting to take shape.
That's right. A local company is investing billions of dollars and creating thousands of new jobs. 12 News' Craig Harris has more from Peoria.
Good evening. It's hard to see, but behind me here in the outskirts of Peoria is a desert. It's even a place where wild burros roam, but soon it will be the home of a new semiconductor campus.
2, 3.
Let's see.
Governor Katie Hobbs and Peoria Mayor Jason Beck were all smiles on Monday. They joined Amcor officials in a ceremonial groundbreaking. Amcor is making a huge investment, and I talked with CEO Heel Rutten.
We have invested more than $7 billion. And the number of jobs at that final stage will be more than 3,000 high-tech jobs.
The investment includes additional clean room space and a second greenfield packaging and test facility.
Amcor builds and assembles and tests semiconductor components. Our customers are the biggest technology companies in the world. Companies like NVIDIA, like AMD, like other partners in the semiconductor area.
Meanwhile, local and state leaders put aside their political differences to celebrate a coup for the West Valley. Governor Katie Hobbs, a Democrat, had this to say.
Amcor is a vital part of this story. And today, the Arizona based company is doubling down on its investments in our state and in our people.
while Peoria Mayor Jason Beck, a Republican, said Amcor's investment is another step in the Peoria Innovation Core.
Our goal is we want more. City of Peoria is open for business. I'm already recruiting, as some of you can attest. We are open for business, and we want to create more jobs.
In addition to thousands of jobs for Amcor economic development, leaders say this could create thousands of other jobs in commercial and retail development and in housing. All a big boom here in the West Valley. From Peoria, I'm Craig Harris, 12 News.
All right, Craig, thank you.